Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Thursday, June the 8th, 2017. The tarot card for today is Death. Now, I have to tell you, most of you who've been with me for a while, you know that I really love when we see this card come out. And this time, it feels really, really significant to me. Back in mid-October of 2016, we began a transitional phase that was kind of like that thing that takes you from A to B or A to C, however you wish to put it. It's kind of like an interim transition, bringing you to this month. And here we are. Now, I don't expect everybody to realize that they're in it today, all at the same time. That would be really a momentous occasion. But this is the big transition that's here. And it's taking place and playing out over these next 3 to 4 months. And it has a great deal to do with that new identity that we've been speaking of for quite some time. Tomorrow will be a full moon in Sagittarius. So this is a very appropriate timing for this card to begin with, full moons, endings, all of that. But, one of the things I always like to remind everyone is, when something ends, something else begins. When a door closes, another door opens. And this is very, very true. I almost equate it to, the universe looks at your life as no matter what it's full of. If you think it's full of a whole lot of nonsense, a whole lot of crap, it's like you eliminate something and you make room for something new. So you see our young lady death figure on this card from the Dreaming Way Tarot. She has her, what is that, a sickle? She has her sickle ready to clear her path, to get rid of some of that nonsense and some of the stuff that's in the way, so she can see better where she's going and get to that new spot. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time. It doesn't all happen overnight, and we've discussed this because this is not about the last 5 years. This is about the coming years and getting to where you're starting again. And so it's a huge transition that's taking place, no matter your age. And I know that we've spoken about this, but it's really an amazing thing. Depending upon whether, I've said this before, whether you're 20, 40, 60, or 80. I think the older that you are, you're going to look back over the course of your life when this particular transition is done and realize that it was one of the most significant time frames in your life. Whereas if you're 20 or 30 and you're viewing your life as though it's been totally disrupted and ready to set out on a new path that's totally different, know that this isn't the only time that it's going to happen in your life. It could be, depending upon who you are and, I would say your astrological chart, it could be a number of times, or it could just be a couple. Some people go through life where it appears to remain pretty steady for many, many years, but there's always, always change, and there's always transition. And that is indeed what this card represents. It is not, I think too many people, if they go somewhere, to get a tarot reading in person, and they see the reader put this card down on the table, they're like, oh my God, they think something horrible is going to happen. Actually, most of the time in life, it's a very welcome card because it allows you to end situations that need to be ended so that you can begin anew and really have that fresh start that you desire. Now, sometimes people aren't really too crazy about change, but I have to tell you, this time around, I'd say most of you are pretty much like, I'm done with this. I want to see what the next part brings. I want to get out there and go through this transition. And I have an idea of where I want to go, but I also want to see where life takes me. Maybe the universe has a better plan than I do. That type of thing. So this is a really important time frame here. Like I said, you may not experience it or realize it today, but it is basically now that it's taking shape, and forming. There's this like, how can I put it? It's almost like something that takes you from one place to another, but I wouldn't call it a tunnel. It's like a, that door. You're closing a door and a new one opens and you're entering a whole new phase. But the new phase, when you get to, I feel like late September, early October, I think by mid-October, you're realizing the potential for what is forming. Because by the time we get to not even the middle of November, but, that first week and a half, we're still in, we have those transits that are taking place this year. They're all breakout mode. So you're really, I'd say, broken out by then. That's the best way to put it, okay? And this right here, this energy today, is what's helping move you along your way. So do not fear this transition that's coming, because it's definitely allowing you to, like, be done with however many years it's been that things have not been the way that you wanted. Why we all go along, I don't know, in, our day-to-day lives, accepting of things that we don't want, but afraid of the change. This is where you can continue on right now by realizing that, the fear of the change is gone, and you're ready to embrace change. You're ready to, start over, not totally from scratch necessarily, because you've been working on that for quite some time as well. So here you are. A lot is going to transpire over these next 3 to 4 months, and you're basically in it. So pay attention for the signs. The universe is guiding you, but you do have to do the work. So I want to thank you all very much for listening. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and as always, have a great day.